And now, good morning, Bonn.
Be the one that set the West in flames, and I heard him wreck it with the crystal method, name of the game. Came back, dropped.
Team manager Emma Britton.
And the referees today morning in the first game, Marco Kach, Gerhard Mentz and Michael Roche. And now, the national anthem from Italy.
now the national anthem of Canada.
Italien gegen Kanada, das heißt der Weltmeister. Italien aus dem Jahr 2018 natürlich in der Favoritenrolle in diesem Spiel gegen Kanada. Es ist bereits das 4. Vorrundenspiel für Italien. 2 Niederlagen.
Good morning, everyone, and once again a warm welcome inside Stadthalle in Sursee, Switzerland. We are ready for day 4, of this 2022 World Championships of Powerchair hockey. We will get started today with the defending world champions, the reigning world champions, against Team Canada. Italy's tournament has not turned out quite the way they dreamt of going in. Their title defense has been cut short by early losses to Team Switzerland and the pre-tournament favorite Netherlands. And so they are, I'm sad to say, eliminated from contention and are just playing out the rest of their schedule. Facing them is Team Canada, who have struggled mightily in this tournament. They have been on the wrong end of a few, more than a few, significant losses. We just saw them last night against the Netherlands, the aforementioned pre-tournament favorites, and they were soundly beaten, 31, I think, to 1. They were just about able to get on the scoreboard with a few minutes left. Nasib Ogo, who's in the starting lineup today as well. Speaking of starting lineups, for Team Canada, it's captain and goalkeeper Scott Haycock. It's the aforementioned Nasib Ogo. It's Ramin Raunak and Johnson Wilson, the third handstick player. And with those 4 mainstays, it's Megan Hines today, the T-stick player. Got an early shot here from Raunak and just wide of the Italian goal. Shot from Mattia Ramina, who starts the game alongside David Schuva, Emma Tonyin, Patrick Granzotto, and goalkeeper Fabio Graziano. here early on, 40 seconds into the game, 38 seconds into the game. David Schuva finds the back of the net behind Scott Haycock.
David Schuva als das Tor eröffnet für Italien nach gut 40 Spielsekunden. Italien 1, Canada 0.
Italy then clear favorites for this game. There's Ramin Ronak not allowed to touch the ball twice off the tip-off there. Some confusion. Here's Ramina. He has a screen from Granzotto. There's a lot of space there. Oof, this shot just wide from Granzotto to the backhand. The Italian hopes for retaining their title as world champion were shot turned wide by Granzotto. Johnson Wilson here finds Ronak. Ogo, Ronak, stopped by Tonyan. Granzotto and Schuva will pick it up. The Italian hopes for title defense was finally dashed yesterday against their longtime rival from the Netherlands. The game was close for most of the game, but with about 10 or 15 minutes to go, the Italians were... Patrick Granzotto was selected for a mid-game speed test. He failed that test, and that carries with it a 5-minute suspension. And indeed a 5-minute suspension that even if the opponent scores, you are not allowed to go back to full strength. So the Dutch blew the game wide open during those 5 fateful minutes. And the Italians were thus eliminated basically from contention here at the 2022 World Championships. Ronak back the other way, a shot blocked by, I think, his own teammate Wilson. So Team Canada getting a few shots on goal here. Ronak has that big right arm. If he connects with the ball, he can really generate a lot of power. There was some drama surrounding the Granzotto suspension yesterday. He did, in fact, he did not fail the speed test per se. He was caught altering the settings on his chair between leaving the court and getting onto the official speed testing rig, the rollers you drive up onto, and it's a little bit of a dodgy move, of course. That is trying to alter the precision of the speed test. It was up for some debate like last night if that actually should be a violation, if that's the extent to which that's against the rule was matter of some contention from the Italian camp. They filed an official protest, which was ultimately denied. Of course, it's of huge importance for the Italians. They were down only by 1 goal in a back and forth game against the Dutch, and very much still in with a shot of winning that game, but that 5-minute suspension really put an end to their title challenge here. Soto sets up shop in the right corner. Shot from Ramina, scores. Beautiful stuff here by Team Italia.
Das zweite Tor für Italien. Der Weltmeister aus dem Jahr 2018 geht die Bronze durch Ramina.
Measured celebrations from the Italians. They
2:0 für Italien.
are very confident that they are going to win this game no matter what. So an individual goal, not of huge import. But and of course the disappointment from the results of the last couple of days also puts a damper on of any celebration. Italy, one of the great Powerchair hockey powers. They don't deal in 5th place finishes. All that matters to them are gold medals. You can tell by their restrained celebrations. Here's Ramina now. After Canada was slashing here from Wilson. About as clear a call as you will ever see. He hacked at the ball, but tried to go through the stick of Ramina. Graziano tips it to Ramina. Ramina and Gran Soto is brought in the play. Here again, backhand maybe from Gran Soto. No. Blocked by Hines. Ronak goes for it. No dice. Ogo wins it then from Gran Soto. This is some of the best play we've seen from Canada this tournament. They are really taking it to the Italians here. Not backing down, not Here's Lamina with a steal, but before that a blocking call. So we'll have a Canadian free ball at around midcourt. And Canada with a chance to set up some half-court offense, some set offense. Instead, they're swarmed by Italians almost immediately. And Ogo forced to send it back. To send it blindly up court to... Oy, oy, oy. Great pass from Gran Soto. Shuva turns it in. I think it hit the post. Maybe a save from Haycock. Beautiful passing move. Shot. Saved by Graziano. The Canadians, though, have mostly been limited to outside shots. Shuva with a shot just wide. No real, quote-unquote, chances yet for the Canadians. They do seem to have fixed some of the issues they had defensively yesterday against Team Holland. Or perhaps the Italians are offering the struggling Canadians a bit of a break, trying to set up some beautiful goals rather than just powering through and running up the score. Beautiful stuff here from Ramina in reverse. Finds David Schuga. And it's 3-0 Italy. Canada part of the efforts from the governing body, the IWAS, to spread this game to more far-flung places of the earth. Powerchair hockey has traditionally mostly been a European phenomenon, but the great efforts from the governing bodies trying to spread the game has resulted in partition of Australia and Canada as well here at this tournament. Both teams were with us in 2018 in Lignano as well. And slowly but steadily, those two programs, fairly comparable. They're sort of considered twin programs, really, the Canadian and Australian. Slowly but steadily, they are improving. It has yet to result in a lot of wins at this level, but frankly, that might be a couple of years away still. But slowly and steadily, we see them adopt more and more European strategies, improving. Now the slashing here from Wilson. The referee lets it go. Here comes Ogo. Try to center the ball, but Megan Hines is in his way. A little bit of a miscommunication here from the Canadians. So, the Canadians here to learn. Stolen by Ronak. Oh, tries to get it with him, but Garciano there to stop the ball. Italians here end up retaining possession after a slashing call on Ronak, I believe. It's of course difficult for teams like Canada and Australia, who are sort of isolated in their regions. It's hard to find qualified competition that is good enough to help you develop, but perhaps not quite as good as the teams here at the World Championships who are dominant and maybe not what you want when you're trying to improve necessarily. But kudos to both the Canadian and the Australian teams for showing up, for staying at it, staying with their dogged approach, hanging in there. Improvement will come, I promise. It's just about hanging in there, taking your lumps here early on, and winning will come at some point. We'll go with a shot from way outside. A high ball goes against Italy here, I think is a tough call, but nevertheless, Canadian free ball here. The Canadians, this is the third or fourth time Soto off the post. Third or fourth time we've seen the Canadians immediately turn the ball over in these situations where they just have to tip the ball to initiate their offense, and the Italians have just swarmed them immediately. I have to figure this out, Canada. This is really a basic pot. A windmill swat at the ball from Ronak, and he connects with it, and it seems may have it under control here in the boards. It's underneath him. Ranzotto pokes it out. Schuba takes over. So a little bit of a sleepy atmosphere here at the Stadthalle in Sursee. The arena has been boiling at times with enthusiasm and fans from all over the world cheering on their heroes on the pitch. But today I think most of the fans from other countries not involved have chosen to sleep in, conserve some energy for the games later today, and certainly the placement games on Saturday and Sunday. Later on in the day, we of course look forward to the clash between Holland and Switzerland. That's at 1 p.m. 1300 hours. It's an absolute must-watch game. I think basically every fan who's here, rooting, no matter the country of origin, will be watching, will be in the stands. And of course we know the hometown favorite here, the Team Switzerland, will bring a bunch of fans. The cowbells will be ringing. The Dutch, we know, always travel well as well, so the Dutch fans are going to be all over the place. It's going to be noisy, it's going to be intense, and with absolutely top quality power chair hockey. Holland and Switzerland might be the most impressive teams we've seen so far. They are dueling from Group A supremacy. Shot and a save here by Haycock. He's had a couple the last minute or so. Ranzotto navigates the Canadian defense. He sends a pass across to Schuba, but Moon is there to stop it. He's caught in the boards, trying to get it out. Ramina, though. Ramina from a wide angle just sends it across, and it finds its way back to the back of the net. 4-0 here with about 4.5 minutes left in the first half. Just to continue the commercial here from for watching the announcement here with the Swiss and Dutch game later in the day. They're fighting for the win for first place in Group A. Might not be completely without importance because, I mean, first of all, two rivals, Holland and Switzerland, will be fighting for bragging rights, if nothing else. So you know it's going to be intense no matter what. But in terms of the World Championships, it might actually be fairly important to win that game, as Michele Fioravanti makes it 5-0. Fioravanti and Diego Massoli has been substituted into the game. Out goes Granzotto and Ramina. We'll have a Canadian out here. But going back to the Group A, fight for Group A supremacy. Winning the group will allow you to avoid playing the Danes in the semifinals. Team Denmark may be the third contender left in the field. They've been impressive so far. In the weaker Group B, especially considering the COVID-19 related absences on the German team, which has hampered them quite significantly. The Danes have proven to be the cream of the crop in Group B. So perhaps wise to preferable to avoid playing the Danes for as long as possible, and instead it looks like Team Finland might be, in all likelihood, will be the second place finisher in Group B, and thus the preferred team to play, I imagine. Your mileage may vary, no one can say for sure, but I think that would be the analysis in most on most coaching staffs. So back from the timeout, we have Canada on the ball still. A shot blocked by Fioravanti, the Italian veteran. Backhanded to Masoli. Beautiful stuff by Team Italy. And Masoli makes it 6-0. Canadians giving a lot of playing time to this five-man group here. Tonin with a tough tackle here. Arrived a bit late in my opinion, but play on, says the referee. Ogo sends it round the boards. Ronak will collect. He'll shoot if I know him well. He tries to, a bit of a misfire. Ogo now, ooh, backhander just wide of Graziano's net. Slowly back the other way. That's Shuvia if he wants him. Shuvia certainly calling for the ball. Masoli. Mazzoli drives into a dead end and just sends it back. Graziano collects, and now Fioravanti. Shuva still calling for the ball. Ronak blocks the pass though. Kicks it ahead, but Fioravanti there. Shuva finally receives the ball. He passes it to Mazzoli. Oh, ton of contact here from the Canadians. Megan Hines and Johnson Wilson colliding. Meanwhile, Ogo with a shot, but wide. Fioravanti. Johnson Wilson drops his stick for about the 8th time this tournament. It's he has been struggling to keep a hold of it. Great save by Haycock. The referee helps him pick up the stick. Wilson. And here's Ronak. Sends it across to Wilson. Wilson cuts off Fioravanti. Reaches the ball, but Masoli there. Ogo. Ronak brings it around his own goal. But Masoli there to stop him. And uh-oh. 7-0. Team Italy, the game getting slowly getting out of hand for the Canadians.
Erster Spielwechsel beim Team Kanada.
Finally, we get the now we get the substitutions from Canada. In comes Jaden Shaman for Johnson Wilson. Out goes Megan Hines. And in comes Ryan Belm, young Ryan Belm. Belm? Who knows? I'm going with Ryan Belm. As always, I apologize if I'm getting any of these names wrong. Statistically, in all likelihood, I'm getting a couple of them wrong, but I'm doing the best I can. Feel free for anyone to correct me in the comments. Here's Fioravanti. Blocked by Ronak. Has that long reach. Ronak. Bit of a wild style of play, but he gets the job done. Here's the final buzzer of the first half. It's a 7-0 lead. We seem to have a little trouble syncing up the pictures with what's actually going on in the arena. I apologize for these technical difficulties. The scoreboard is still updated though. It's counting down from 10 minutes. That's the 10-minute break in these Powerchair hockey matches. We will do what we can to figure out the technical issues. And there we go. Maybe I think we're back live. In either case, I will be back in about 9 minutes' time with the second half of this game between Italy and Canada. Welcome back here to Suisse, Switzerland, where we are getting underway with the second half of Italy versus Canada. The two squads unchanged during the second half. Oh, a shot from way outside from Diego Mazzoli. Makes it 8-0 here, 16 seconds into the game. Ogo now. Met by Mazzoli. Tries to pull it out, but David Schuwe collects Mazzoli. Shot from Fioravanti. Mazzoli teed him up and Fioravanti just reaches back and thumps the ball into the Canadian goal. A rough start here for the Canadians. We'll go on the move. Looking for a block from Ryan Bell. The Italians too good. Too many. Ronak now. Oosh. Tries to send it ahead, but Mazzoli intercepts. He's Fioravanti. Gets a block from goalkeeper Graziano, who out of boredom more than anything else offers a block for his teammate. Ronak fighting hard in the boards. Gets called for slashing. He's now told by the referee to maybe slow down a little bit. So the free ball will force Canada into a more compact formation. Ronak breaks out of it though. Fioravanti. Double screen from Italians on Ronak to spring free Fioravanti. And now the call goes against Italy, and the Canadians will take over. So any free ball in your own defensive zone will be taken from the little hash mark there on the penalty line. Ogo on the move, a shot wide. Graziano was there. Mazzoli recovers the rebound. Ogo, Ronak, they're quick to shoot. The Canadians not getting much of organized attacking. It is maybe an interception and a quick shot. That's the recipe. Schuva to Mazzoli. Fioravanti, but Ogo there to collect. Shot blocked by Schuva. Oosh. Ogo with the backhand. With the wraparound. Schuva picks it up. A tough screen here from Tonyan. Up to Fioravanti. The goal knocked off its bearings. Play keeps on. Saved by Haycock, and Masoli tries to turn the rebound back on goal. No dice. The ball is with Ogo. Send it up court to Ronak, who sends it further up court, but they're running out of teammates, and Fioravanti collects. Shot, high ball, I imagine. And that is the call. The ball not allowed to travel at a higher height than 20 centimeters. Like for like substitution here. Ryan Bell leaves the court for the Finns, and back in comes Johnson Wilson. Ogo shot saved by Graziano. Graziano, an excellent goalkeeper. Stays awake, he knows what to look for. Fioravanti with his own half-court shot. Here comes Shuga. Mazzoli. Mazzoli pulls it back. Searching for a crack, the young playmaker. Back to Fioravanti, but it's stolen by Ronak and Ogo in combination. Ogo sends it ahead. Ronak just out of reach. Here comes Fioravanti. Ronak now being blocked by Tonyan up the court. A high ball is called, excuse me. Coming up after this game is immediately following this game and before the headline game of Switzerland-Holland. Coming up here is Spain versus Germany. Spain, a pleasant surprise, I think, to many. Playing their signature passing style, great offense, and at times a bit disorganized on defense, but they're a young team, learning as well. They'll be playing the hard luck German team, who have really had a tough go at it here in Sursee. Just a nightmare of a week. Every single thing that could possibly go against them has. Of course, most significantly, they lost their star player, Nassim Afra, one of the world's greatest 2 or 3 players. I'm very confident saying to COVID protocols. He has been bedridden with the classic COVID symptoms, fever, and so on. So not able to play, and by tournament regulations, not even allowed to play. Of course, we want to stop the spread of COVID, and especially in a place like this where many of the players are respiratory respiratorily challenged, limited, so being hard hit by COVID could be, I mean, ultimately life-threatening for some of these players, and therefore that's an extra layer of safety at this tournament. This rules out Afra, and even if the Germans, and I'm told even if the Germans were able to stay alive long enough in the tournament to make it to, say, the semifinals or beyond, it would have been doubtful if Afra was going to make it here. We wish him a speedy recovery, and we hope to see him back soon. Heartbreaking, of course, for Afra, as well as German captain Jörg Diel, who's also in COVID protocols. He seems to be asymptomatic, as far as what I'm told, and but he's still just that frustrating weight. We've all been there, basically, during these last couple of years of, here's Ogo, free on goal, just mishandles it, and Italy once again in possession. Shot blocked by Ronak. We've all been there this last couple of years of waiting for our tests to return back to negative, even though we feel fine. No symptoms really, but the PCR tests keep coming back positive, and Jörg Diel then ruled out for the entirety of this tournament so far. He could be back any moment, though. But with the Germans eliminated from championship contention, it's hard to see the point, really. Of course, you want to be with your teammates, and especially when you are the captain, the leader of the team, you definitely want to be there for support and to work with the team. But better probably to focus on your Masoli with a wide open shot, just misses. Probably better to focus on your health and your recovery. While I've been talking COVID protocols, there's been a double substitution by the by the Canadians. It's Michael Martins here with the ball. A chance on goal, but Comino is there with him. He chucks it out of bounds, and the Italians will take over. So in has come Michael Martins, as well as number 16, Rachel Dean. Out went Shaban and Wilson. The Italians similarly have brought in now what resembles their starting lineup from the important games earlier in the tournament. It's goal scorer here, Claudio Comino, a veteran, and his longtime teammates, Marco Ferrazza and Jon Jinea. All three of those players, central parts of, maybe the central parts of the Italian World Championship squad from 4 years ago. As I mentioned, they will be disappointed in not being able to defend their title. Shot backhand, blocked by Ferrazza though. Here's a shot from Ogo, but Comino calmly blocks and collects. Without straying too far into Italian nomenclature, I think Italians would refer to Comino as the ultimate. Beautiful pass from Ogo. Martins was there, but his shot over the goal, basically, over the Fabio Graziano's goal. Look at this. Wide open was Michael's, but oh man. Michael Martins, excuse me. But sends it just a hair over Graziano's goal. Massoli receiving the pass from the regista of Team Italy, Comino. That makes it 12-0. The Canadians so close to scoring there. That was a brilliant opportunity, but wasted by Martins. Ogo sends it to Martins. Comino collects, and the Italians will build up once again. Comino quickly loses Martins. Shot is blocked by Haycock. Yeah. So calm approach. Shot blocked by Dean. Comino back to Unier. Shot from Ronak. In it goes. Team Canada gets on the board once again. Great stuff here. Man, you gotta love Ramin Ronak. Just always in there fighting so hard for every inch. He's rewarded here by a goal for Team Canada. They are few and far between, but man, this wakes up the sleepy crowd here in Stadthalle. Everyone, of course, rooting for Canada to get a goal or two on the board. I think I even spotted Graziano, the Italian goalkeeper, with a little smirk. Shot from a wide angle that probably, had it been in a more competitive and important game, he would be kicking himself for not stopping. But a little smirk there, and acknowledges that Team Canada is so sympathetic. Just a fun team overall, really. Back in front to Ronak. Could he get number 2? No. Comino sends it into the corner. Ronak's still fighting, of course. Oh, he sends a great pass across. Alex McLean, who's come into the game. Stopped by Guinea. He shot. Blocked by Haycock. Well, the game coming a little bit to life here with this. With this Canadian goal. Alex McLean has taken the place of Michael Martins. Shot blocked by Ferrasa. Nothing against Alex McLean, of course, a Canadian veteran who was with us in 2018, but I really would have wished the Canadians would have stayed with the triple handstick lineup of Ogo, Ronak, and Martins. They seem to have something going there. Ogo now, backhand, shot just wide, and it's stuck on the Italian netting there. So the Team Italy will take over. To the right of your screen, you have the wonderful volunteers from for this tournament, who are constantly making sure the boards are nice and straight, and even after the players have rammed into them, quickly getting up and fixing the boards. There is, of course, dozens and dozens of volunteers necessary to make this happen, make a tournament like this happen. Ogo shot saved by Graziano. Without this, certainly nothing like this would be possible. Well, keep an eye out for those burgundy, purple, red shirts. They're all over the place down here, and these are local Swiss people mostly who are finding the time to chip in for a good cause. Pronek just tirelessly fighting. Might win the ball here from Yinea. Very strong with Ronak. Ogo comes to help. Ball underneath Yinea. Captain at the moment for Italy. Gran Soto started the game with the armband, but has passed it along as Italy has made substitutions. Shot from Yinea, blocked by Haycock. (12-1), a score that the Canadians will be, I think, pretty happy about. They've taken all of what the Italians, defending world champions, have to offer, and the passing move here from Italy, beautiful stuff. Nice little triangle, Massoli, Comino, Yinea taps it in. Look at this pass from Comino. Oh, beautiful stuff. So here's a Canadian substitution. Back out goes Alex McLean, and in comes Michael Martins. Back to the lineup I was talking about earlier. I thought that was a fun lineup. Maybe not as defensively rigid as you would like, but there's some offensive firepower here. Ogo. Shot blocked by Mazzoli. Another attempt blocked by Yinea. He will collect. No, Rachel Dean wins it. Great stuff by the Canadian. Ooh, shot just wide from Ogo. And the Canadians are swarming the Italian goal at times. Graziano plays the ball out aggressively. Here's Comino. Shot. Oh, excuse me, it's a pass from Comino. He finds Massoli on the back post. The Italians showing off their long passing abilities. Beautiful stuff. Nothing Haycock can do. 3 minutes to go. Comino. Massoli. One-on-one with Haycock. Score here surely. Massoli figures to be part of the long-term future of this Italian team. He's playing in his first World Cup and showing a bunch of talent with that right hand, and I think that's a very good chance that he'll be big part of future great teams for Team Italy. A part of some sort came off one of the chairs. I think it may belong to Ferraza. He hands it over to his Italian coaches. Nothing important, probably. The chair won't come apart. So we hope. We've all been there. Some mysterious screw or bolt has shown up. No one knows where it belongs, but we play on anyway. Ferraza now. Oh! Ferraza almost with a chance to join the T-Stick Gold Scorers Club. It's an exclusive one. There's only 4 members so far. My commentating partner, Jan Oniga, who will be back later in the day with us. He and I have had a lot of fun talking about the T-Stick Goal Scorers Club. Of course, T-Stick goals count for double, so it would have been 17-1 had Faraz been able to pass Scott Haycock. Here's Ronak attacking. Oh, shot! No! Michael Martins almost turns it in. He was wide open. He's had a couple of nice looks, Martins. But beautiful shot from Ronak from distance. Graciano only able to partly save it. But Martins couldn't make him pay. Comino navigates the Canadian defense, and here comes trouble. He finds Guinea on the backside. The pass a little wide. So the last minute of this game, Guinea. Farasa wants to be part of the T-Stick Goal Scorers Club. That 2-point club was founded yesterday or the day before, I think, by Spain's Sara Granada. Quickly joined by Kieran Watts of Australia. Richard Goudswaard of Holland in there as well. He scored twice last night against Australia. Beautiful stuff here by Ronak. Shot, but saved by Graciano, who look at Ronak here. Beautiful stuff. That signature quick shot of his, but kept out by Graciano. Comino the other way. He's got 5 seconds to make it 16-1. Shot blocked by Ogo. Yeah. And that's it. Canada, such a fun team to watch. Their next game will be later this afternoon against Belgium. Belgium, a team who has also struggled a bit, so maybe an opponent of more appropriate size and ability. So I can't wait to watch Canada again. They're always fun, working hard, playing hard, and always with a good spirits and a smile on their face. This signals the end of the group stage for Team Italy. Depending on other results, they will be playing in the losers playoffs to decide who's to finish fifth, I guess, is the prize in that little mini tournament. They will be paired with a team from Group B. We'll have to see who that might be. Spain is a possibility, somewhat likely possibility. Germany, perhaps, depending on the outcome of our next game, Spain versus Germany. That game will start at 11:15, so about half an hour from now. Meanwhile, I'll rest my voice and cool down a bit. It's already heating up here in Stadhalle. I hope to see you back here for this interesting game between Spain and Germany. Germany not quite as strong as we thought, of course, due to these COVID-19 absences, and Spain a little bit better than we thought. So maybe the two teams will meet in the middle and give us a great and interesting game. I hope you'll be watching. Thanks for watching this one, and I'll see you.